300 episodes of Zola's Lab 2. Now, why it took like nearly 7 years to get to this point, when we probably could have done it a whole lot sooner, is beyond me. Hello, Lego here. Welcome! I am literally standing right in front of this really freaking incredible 300 statue or logo that we can see here. Which, speaking of which, Rose Crystal, you mind TPing to me? And of course, because it's a milestone episode, you know she's here. At all costs. You see this?
Yep.
That was not planned. That's serious. This was a last minute. This was kind of a last minute decoration here. This 300. This was not originally planned to be here, but hey, it looks pretty sick, right? Alright, guys. You know what's freaking insane about this episode? It's not just episode 300 of Zola's Lab 2. It's also, ironically, Thanksgiving 2023 and the 6-year anniversary since this world was entirely corrupted. That's right. November 23rd, 2023 is special for 3 things, and that's exactly what they were. 300 episodes, Thanksgiving 2023, and the 6-year anniversary since this world was corrupted. How insane is that, Rose Crystal?
Very much insane, because I didn't think we'd get this world back at all once it was corrupted. I just figured we'd start over again.
That's what we did with Zola's Lab 3 for a good, half a year. And it's kind of ironic because we still have it now. Crazy, right? Well, I present to you the 300th episode party. Thanksgiving mini event and Corruption's 6th anniversary celebration. Here we go! Happy 300th episode of Zola's Lab 2. Whoa! Not to mention, it's also Thanksgiving 2023 and the 6th anniversary of the 2017 Corruption. This celebration is so wild that every holiday sheep is visiting the lab for Thanksgiving 2023. Upcoming events: November 30th, 300 episode party will end. December 1st, the Advent calendar will begin. And on December 7th, the 2023 December catalog will come back. Will come out. Which, by the time this comes out, Rose Crystal should be back with us. Well, actually, she's here right now because she came back for the holiday. There's tons of rooms and items to explore and collect across this trio celebration. The celebrations end November 30th. Have fun by Mr. Shi. Because of everything I just mentioned within the past past minute or two, or actually a few minutes, this is indeed a trio celebration, a combination of 3 completely different celebrations that ironically all took place on the exact same day. How freaking insane is that? With all of that being said, we have so many rooms and items to explore across the lab, and hence why we have Rose Crystal with us. And with all that said, let's get into it. Oh yeah, if you're curious, the library is not decorated. You'd think because of this celebration, a lot of the rooms would be decked, but nope! That's what you think, at least. Oh, Rose Crystal, you do not understand what insanity we are about to get into. You ready for this nonsense? Alright, jumping into all of this. As you can see, we have a plaque here that says 300 in the cherry leaves. So, as you can see, this is how it looks. It looks very, very cool. What are your thoughts?
It's very aesthetically beautiful.
I'm not gonna lie, this took quite a long time to make this party. Definitely, I don't know how many hours considering how busy this day has been in general, but you bet it took forever to make this entire party. Anyway, with all that being said, there are decorations, there are cakes literally freaking everywhere here, as we can see. And yeah, this is how it all looks. Looks absolutely beautiful. And with all that said, So, what we're going to do now is claim the free 100th episode hat. This is available till November 30th, so we can pick it up. And let's put it on. There we go. That is how it looks. It may not relate to the rest of the colors of this party, but hey, you know what? It's better than nothing. Plus also, I tried doing that, but it looked a little too similar to previous hats. And I don't mean milestone hats, I mean just other hats we've made in general. I know I could have done the trimmed armor stuff that was added months back, but oh well. Although granted though, I did create this hat before any of that came out in the first place, if you probably remember back at the beginning of the year. Oh yeah, you can claim the hat over here. Yeah, anyway. So this event only goes for a week. Yeah, I know, it's actually pretty nice to finally have an event that's not like 14 days or something. I did that for the Halloween party because it was massive. Dang, dude, that was fun. And I'm doing the same also for the Christmas event in like 4 weeks, which will take place here. It starts pretty late because of how much content's going to go into it, much like the Halloween party. But, oh well, we'll look forward to that in like probably the next few episodes. Anyway, you do not understand how much we have to explore, and I'm not just meaning that to you, I'm meaning that to everybody watching this. We have a lot of rooms to explore. Since this is a combination of 3 events, well, technically, could you technically count 2? Because technically nothing's decorated for the corruption outside of, well, that down there. But mainly, it is this. And with all that being said, why not pay tribute to the corruption by going over to where the grave is? Ain't we right? Here's the original grave. This sign was placed here exactly 6 years back. It's crazy to believe that we've never taken it down, and probably will never take it down. But the fact that we can mess around with it now is insane. Alright, that was added months ago. But actually, I am here on purpose for a reason, actually. As you can see, assuming I don't fall down there again, we have Happy 6th Anniversary 2017 Zolas Up 2 Corruption. We have the Corruption 6th Anniversary hat and the Corruption 6th Anniversary banner. We will put on these 2 items respectively. But I'll also take a copy of this. We can also put on the Corruption 6th Anniversary banner. And that's how it looks. But I will place it down just to show you how it properly looks. And that's how it looks. You may notice it is an homage to how this lab actually looked when it was corrupted. So that's a little nice reference, right? This is an homage to how the lab actually looked when it was actually corrupted. Exactly 6 years back on this day. Dang, man. I'm not gonna lie. I did not think that we were gonna be hitting 300 episodes on not just a holiday, but also a tragic event in this lab's history. I want to remind you, I predicted this episode, I predicted when we would hit 300 practically exactly a year ago on Thanksgiving 2022, which was November 24th. And oh freaking boy, I sure was right a year later. How did I pull that off? I'll probably never know. The fact that I predicted that, and I ended up being right exactly a year later. How impressive is that? That was just a stupid guess. I'm serious, George Crystal. That was just a dumb guess. And I ended up being right. I'll probably never get that again, I'm not gonna lie. That is extremely lucky to be able to predict that. I'll probably never get that again, will I? Either way, it's just crazy that I managed to actually predict that. And I ended up being right exactly a year later. Oh, frickin' boy. Anyway, now that we got the corruption part out of the way, that's just a little setup. Now the rest of these are just actual rooms. Going in here, but actually first, we have a Zolas Up 2 made out of Pearl Stent Frog Lights. Right here. Nice touch. Even though we still have, you know, the actual sign right here. Which will never change. Because honestly, I think it might just stay this sign permanently like we did back in June. Going in here, as we can see, we have even more decorations. And heck, even up here as decorations. Fire Sheep is not here, but I will show you where she is later, as all of the sheep are actually downstairs. And we may have saw that earlier when reading the book. Now, why I did it downstairs was because of how big and massive the room was. I only did it because of the celebration. I also put the petals here, mainly as a little bit of, like, I don't know, streamers or something, or just... I have to do something similar to confetti at this point, and this is the best we can get it. For now. Until they add something like that in the future, which, who knows? Either way, this looks very cool. And the colors I chose were pink, yellow, and brown. The pink goes for the 300 episode celebration, and the yellow and brown go for the Thanksgiving celebration. Now, why I merged all three of them together, if you're probably wondering, is because they're all happening on the same day. Does that make sense? Yeah? Yeah, it makes sense because this is all happening in one day. So it makes sense just to merge them all together at this point. Now, for the freaking, oh my god, will this actually work? I'll fix that later. That was not supposed to happen. I will fix that off camera. Trust me, yeah, I will fix that off camera, I promise. I will fix that too. But perfect timing. Because guess where we are? Yeah, and that's where that 300 was. As you can see, we got a lot. And we even have the celebration pot. Which, ironically, looks like this. Perfect one. It has the perfect design for this, as ironically, this is a celebration. Now, as for the actual, you know, up here, this is not updated. Or so you thought. Yeah, we'll get down there later, but actually, that is actually how we're going to go down there. Anyway, there's normally going to be music that we would have played up here, but I don't have a chest full of discs that we could play. Oh, now it opens. You know, that works. But we're not going to need that. But although, since we're not going down this passageway, let me just fix that. Much better. Okay, so we're actually going to take the backyard slide. Which, before we do that, here's the rest of the room, by the way. Looks extremely beautiful. Now, in celebration of this milestone, you're going to need to take down this slide. But there's actually another slide right here that will send us to the backyard. And where the heck are you? TP to me again. Yeah, at this point, she's going to have to TP to me every freaking time. You see this pink slide right here? Go down the slide, because guess where that leads us? That's right. It's the backyard. Woo! Perfect. Perfect way to get down here. And there's our next item. The 300th episode pot. Let's place that right here. And it has the heart and arms up pottery shards. On here. Actually, wait, what were these called again? Okay, cool. Pottery shard. Nice. Got the name. I should remember because that was all the way back in frickin' June. Anyway, this is how the backyard looks. It looks absolutely freaking amazing. Seriously. It looks so god dang beautiful. Wait, I didn't get that. Yeah, she actually said that before him, but I had it on pause by accident. Anyway, yeah, honestly, I did not think I was going to go this all out with the pool. I was just going to have its normal pool design, just with the decorations, and be done there. That's literally all I was going to do, but then I realized it's 300 episodes. Let's go a little nuts. But not too much to an extent, I promise. Actually, some of these rooms are going to be a little bit smaller in decoration as we go through them, so we're kind of almost done with the absolutely insane rooms. So now we are going to go ahead and now we are going to make our way to, well, We're not gonna go downstairs yet because I kind of want to save that for a little later. Actually, after the UFO, we're gonna go. We are gonna go downstairs to, the downstairs. And no, Rainbow Cloud is not updated. I wasn't planning to. But UFO is updated, which, ironically, was the last room I decorated. Yep, it was the last room to be decked in this entire party. I'm not even joking. I'm not making that up. It was literally the last room to be decorated this party. TP to me again if you don't know where the heck I am. Yeah, you're probably going to want to do that a lot in this. Also, just to be clear, there is no item up here. Just decorations. Yep, no item, just decorations. But I can appreciate how this ended up being the last room, though, that I decorated. Yeah. Anyway, this is the UFO. No, literally, this is the last room that I decorated prior to filming. So that was pretty sick. Don't you think? Anyway, honestly, the colors I chose for this party were honestly probably the smartest ones because, well, Souls Up 2 is mainly pink to an extent. And then Thanksgiving, you got like brown and yellow and all just the other random stuff. Outside of that, we're good. Well, that's practically it for the entirety of the UFO. There's like no other decorations in here. Also, yes, I did color the sheep like the respective colors of the UFO in this current state. So we have a pink sheep, we have a brown sheep right there, and because there were only 3 colors, I decided to leave that guy blue for some reason. And lastly, where the frick is the yellow one? Where is he? Is he not here? Where's the yellow sheep? I swear we had a yellow sheep. There's meant to be 4 up here. Well, yeah, true. I guess for the time being, until he comes back, I guess we could highlight this guy yellow for the time being. Anyway, that's it for the UFO. Now, we're going to make our way downstairs because we have a lot more rooms to showcase. You know the deal. Just, yep, follow all the way down. Oh yeah, this is decorated here too. Pretty sick. Alright, now we're actually going to head downstairs. Back to where we read the book. I'm talking the actual lab itself. And that is only because, despite it being a holiday event, this is not updated. But this is updated. Happy Thanksgiving 2023. Collect the hat in this room to celebrate. Now, again, because this is happening the same day as Thanksgiving, we now have an entire celebration down here with literally every freaking sheep you can possibly think of. Every single one. Every single one. Yep, that's right. Every single goddamn sheep is down here. Let me just get these guys out of here real quick. Yeah, that's right. Remember what the book said? Every single sheep that is holiday sheep that's visiting the lab because of this. To claim the hat, go over here for the Thanksgiving 2023 hat. Let's put it on. And this is how it looks. Very cool. We do have a banner as well, so don't worry, we will find that. But Memorial Sheep is here because, well, it's practically every single sheep. Cool Get Ready free, of course, as in tradition. And then, yeah, we practically have everybody. Even the Elemental Sheep are here. How awesome is that? Fire Sheep is here, Sparkles Juniors, even Costume Sheep from the Halloween party. That's awesome. Even Water Sheep, everybody is here. Literally. You see that? I'm referring to you. Literally everybody is here. Nobody has been left out. And by that, I literally mean nobody's been left out. So, in celebration of this holiday, because it landed on the same day as this episode, yeah, you can probably see where this went. As you can see, we have a ton of really cool Thanksgiving elements. And it's super cool, and we will pick up this item later in a later room. Now, just to be clear, none of the other rooms are decorated outside of Rose Crystal's room, which, speaking of which, come in here because we got at least one item in here. And yes, the gates are here mainly on purpose so none of the sheep can get out of there, because they're all actually meant to be there. Here, this one is actually pretty interesting. You see how the sign's over here? Well, that's because that's where the item's located. I should probably copy that and then give it to you. This is the heart pot. And that's the last pot item that we have in this party. Pretty sweet, right? I should probably refill that. There we go. Just putting it back until it's over. But yeah. What are your thoughts in here? And I think that's it outside of the balcony and underground party room. For at least... hey! Don't even think about it, Velociraptor. Anyway, we gotta get out of here before they escape again. And, dude, I got this. Yeah, they're actually meant to be in here because of the celebration itself. And we will probably come back here later, just so we can actually celebrate this holiday legitimately. So, look out for that. We will come back here later. It's better when we have all the rooms toured, am I right? Alright, so our next room is going to be the underground party room. Over here. And the reason this is here, by the way, if any of you are curious, is just so the sheep don't go on top of the fences and get stuck. So that can explain. Now down here is actually going to be very interesting. DJ Sheep may not be down here, but there is actually something here. On this side, we have a ton of Thanksgiving stuff, if it wasn't already freaking obvious. And yes, there is a Thanksgiving item, because it also says it here. Free until November 30th. Finally, we have this. We'll call it turkey for the sake of the event, because it looks way too similar to it. Anyway, oh, and yes, all four of these are filled with this item respectively. On this side, it's a 300 episode celebration with the banner that you've been seeing practically all over the place, finally available right here. Let's go ahead and put that on. And that's not even the last banner. We still got one more to hunt down somewhere later. There are so many items in this party, I'm not even kidding. Either way, the beacons look, well, different. It definitely has all three colors of the event. The dance floor has a number 3 on it to reference 300 episodes. And it's in the cherry leaves, much like the little plaque outside that has 300, and the sign on the roof. And down there is not updated, so we're not going to go down there. Anyway, with all of that being said, this is how it looks. Looks very beautiful. The clothes shop and pool are not updated for this party, and there's your proof. Yep, there is your literal proof these are not updated. What are your thoughts so far on this? I'm referring to you. Yeah, this took a long time to make. Especially for how busy this day genuinely has been. I'm surprised I got all this done in the amount of time that I had, honestly. Oh! Okay, we'll close that. Anyway, yeah, with the amount of time I had, especially on a day like this, you'd think I wouldn't have been able to get it up as early as I did. But, yeah, here we are. Alright, so we ironically only have like one more room in the actual lab itself, and then we can ironically move on to the rest. Oh, God dang it, Sheepy. I'll get him again. Again, we'll probably come down here later. Anyway, next up, we are going to head to the balcony, and none of the dojos are updated, except for the fact that all the elemental sheep are not there. And I did promise that this party would be at daytime, unlike the last milestone, which was at night. And by the way, I forgot to mention these cactuses were decorated despite it not being a night event. You may notice, actually, when we were over here. I forgot to show you until now, because, yeah, I just forgot. That's how they look. They actually look really interesting. The balcony is the last lab room to be decorated in this party, as the rest take place all outside of Zul'Zat. You gonna TP? Yeah, that probably can explain. Alright, here's the last lab room, because we still got a few other rooms outside of it that we still gotta go explore, but here is the balcony. This is obviously spelling out 300 with 3 cakes in the iconic 3 colors that we have here. And I just realized that's supposed to be a yellow candle, but who cares? But anyway, yeah, this is how the balcony looks. Also, what are your thoughts on the cactuses, by the way? These are the cactuses. I updated them. Yeah, these.
I would not have guessed those were cactuses.
Oh, no. Those are normally cactuses. I don't update them that much. And I'm serious. I don't do it much because there's genuinely no reason. And I'm also not meaning that to you guys as well. Anyway, now that all the lab rooms have been showcased, well, it's time to head over to, well, some other rooms that are not in the lab. Now, it's time to head to my house. Yep. Now, practically from this point forward, it's all Thanksgiving rooms from this point forward. We've explored all the rooms regarding episode 300. And that also goes not just to you guys, but also to Rose Crystal. Okay, I thought you were going to have to TP to me again. Anyway, yeah, from this point forward, it should be just Thanksgiving rooms. As it could clearly tell here. I should have probably put a sign here that said Happy Thanksgiving, but we already have one inside the actual house itself, dang it. Yep. Oh, and yes, we do have an item. If we go to the kitchen, we can claim this. The Thanksgiving 2023 banner. Let's put it on, and it is the last banner that we need to collect. Yep, it is ironically the last banner that we need to collect in this party. Yep, so there's banners for all 3, and up there is not updated. Just downstairs. But yep, as you can see, this is a huge Thanksgiving celebration here at my house. And don't worry, yours too. We'll actually go to yours because, ironically, oh, dang. You're just straight up making your way there now. I freaking love it. You going? Yeah. I told you. What did I tell you? It's decked. And yes, these are here. Oh! Speaking of which, here's the next item. I'm gonna have to clear my inventory now because, yeah. It's getting a bit full. Isn't it? Yeah, my inventory is getting a bit full. So let's claim the pumpkin pie, which of course we can have as well. Oh wait, now let me reclaim this. Perfect. Anyway, this is your house. Looks beautiful. And of course, up here is not updated. It never is. Unless it's like Halloween or something. Which I think it was back then in the Halloween party. Alright, with all of that being said, what are your thoughts on your house?
Well, I haven't seen it like decorated in a long time.
Honestly, it is extremely rare that we do that for probably the most obvious of reasons. You probably can guess.
Yeah. If your house is decorated, so mine would be too.
Well, mostly. It wasn't the Halloween party. And it will probably be again for Christmas too. I will probably not be surprised. But maybe you could deck it. Anyway, with all that being said, now we are going to get out of here. Wait a minute. Didn't your house used to have doors at one point?
Yeah, they did.
Yo, we should probably re-add them, honestly. After all this time. Should we do the cherry ones? Or should we do, like, the ones you had beforehand, which I think were the acacia ones? Which one should we do?
I'll do the cherry ones.
Yeah, honestly, that actually does look pretty sick. Alright. So, we are done with that now. And now, I'm going to cut it all the way until we get to Empro's house. Yep. You really thought we were done, right? No, we still got like a ton more things. Although I think in terms of items, I think this might actually be the last item. Probably right or wrong. But I think we have... Hold on a second. So we explored the hallway. Then my house. Then Rose Crystal's house. And now Empro's house. Hold on a second. So that's 4 rooms if you also don't count the underground party room. Okay, never mind. Make that 5 rooms. Where is the last one, if I recall?
Well, I sure wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's the problem. I forgot. I might need to look that up on my phone real quick so I don't get lost. Never mind. This is the last room. And actually, ironically speaking, this is actually the last room in the entire event. That's right. After only just a good 33 minutes, this is the last room already. How insane is that?
Yep. It is insane.
Alright, Empro's house is the last room decorated for this party. And I'm not even making that up, guys. We are going to head in here, and ta-da! This is the last room. You can see we have one final item in this party, which I'm going to have to clear my inventory now because, again, it has gotten really full. This is the last item. This is available until November 30th. It is the pumpkin. You can't have this without a pumpkin. And, of course, the bushes here are now turned into pumpkins. Pretty clever. And we got some plates right here alongside these. Looks pretty sweet. So this is it for Thanksgiving. This is the last room dedicated to this specific holiday and just the event overall for both. Sorry, all 3. So, overall, now that practically, hold on a second, I want to take a very, very, very good look just to make sure that I did not miss a single room during this. Hold on. I am making sure I did not miss a single room. Nope, I just looked. We did not miss a single room. I can confirm that is it. So, overall, your thoughts?
I really like it. It was very massive. It was very decorated. And I'm sure it took you a lot of time.
Especially with it being a holiday. A milestone episode on a holiday, also on the anniversary of a single corruption. The fact that this all took place on one day, is absolutely insane. And I hope you enjoyed it, because we may never have another milestone episode on a holiday again. I'm probably gonna be wrong, or probably right in a year's time. I don't know where we're gonna be by then, by the time we hit 400, but that's probably a good maybe 1 to 2 years from now. I don't want to start speculating. Ain't that right? I do not want to start speculating that. No. I have done too much to myself in one day. Either way, that is it for this entire party. And I can confirm that, well, we should do at least one last thing. Because of the holiday, we need to do one thing in celebration. And that is to gather back with all of the sheep to, of course, celebrate in peace. Because everybody is here now. Which only means we celebrate. Hitting 300 and Thanksgiving as a whole. We have come a long way, haven't we? Despite losing this lab nearly twice. I say twice because of the 2017 corruption, and then twice because of the 2018 disappearance. Which, oh boy, we sure did celebrate that anniversary pretty well, didn't we? Dang, Operation ZL 2023 Part 2 was pretty freaking lit. Anyway, with everybody here in the background, it's just nice to see literally everybody here in not just celebration of this holiday, but again, also this episode as well. It's just nice just to see everybody here. And some shape that don't even make an appearance that much. Like, some of these guys only show up at least once a year or two on occasion. Ain't that true? Yeah, some of these guys only show up at least once or twice a year on occasion. Mainly once a year. And also, the fact that we didn't even see Memorial Sheep this past May because of Operation Eagles Island when we were in the future. We only got to see him there and never got to see him in the actual lab itself. I greatly apologize. Hopefully next year. That actually would be nice. Hopefully next year, if we're still doing all of this by then. You gotta remember that. You gotta remember if we're even still doing any of this by the time we hit that. But the point is, well, I guess there's nothing else to say other than here's the 400 whenever we get there. Because I have no clue when we're gonna hit it. I'm not even gonna try predicting it this time. Because I have no clue. Point is, again, here's the 400 whenever we get there. Probably in 2024 or 2025, depending on if we're still doing any of this by then. You gotta remember that. With all that being said, do you have anything else to say before we close off? Yeah, of course you'll be back hopefully for the next milestone, assuming you aren't away when we hit it. Thank God we hit the milestone when you're actually here, because the past few months, you haven't been here. Because you physically couldn't. No, this is like one of the only times we get to see each other outside of the holiday season this year. Because prior to this, I practically haven't seen her since at least Labor Day. Am I right? Yeah, this is one of the major ones, and I think she'll be back again in like a week for the Christmas season, and then I think we can record the Christmas party in real time. I think most of these were all recorded in real time too, so that can be something. So, and I think you might be around for that too, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely off during Christmas.
So yeah, you'll probably make an appearance maybe in the Christmas event when that begins. Maybe even both because of both labs. That would actually be really cool. All that being said, I'll see you all in the next one. I apologize for the long outro.